So, elves, dwarves, and nobody knows. Welcome to our episode of FableScape. I'm Pietro, will be your master for tonight, and I am here joined by my wonderful players. Say hi, everyone. So, without further ado, let's jump right in.
Thank you.
So, nice. So, in the last episodes, you found yourselves in the city of St. Landing in separate groups and came together helping a man named Milorad, a smuggler and not too a bit shady person that you asked information to about your missing parents that should be at home, but they're not. They should be they had been apprehended, you discovered, by the guards at the service of the acting governor of the city of St. Landing, and currently are nowhere to be found. As such, you try to inquire about their whereabouts at the Glass Palace, and didn't really receive what you were expecting, but managed to get to know this like covert operation to try and right the wrongs of this acting governor. As such, you were sent to meet a man named Milorad, who proposed you an exchange, information of information. You required information about your parents, and he in turn asked you to provide information to him. You are new faces in town, most of you, or at least new faces in the shady business, and as such, you are more easily able to pass off as somebody who is just passing by a strange lighthouse who has been destroyed by elements ages past and is now a meeting point for two parties, one of which looks to be connected in some ways to the acting governor herself. And as such, you are asked to understand what's going on. It's something that is worth their attention, essentially, and you are tasked to understand who they are speaking to. For this purpose, you've been given a rock, you would have not really appreciated, which is a listening stone, something that you can use to essentially record sound for a 10-minute period and reproduce it at later. You made your way to the lighthouse and had a brief scuffle with a couple of guards you found already there, guards of the Ivory Cross, the military arm, if you wish, of the Ivory House, the company owned by the acting governor. You knocked them off, both of them, and in different various ways, and decided that the best course of action was to wear their clothes and pose as them.
That's course of action.
As Ida, you enter the sea and keeping under the surface of the water, you simply move to a shady place where you can be hidden, and
Where you can be
hiding and snow. You wear the clothes of these two guards and approach the lighthouse, while you two stand in a shack that looks to be some sort of like boat construction place or repair place, just outside of the passageway essentially that leads to this rocky outcrop where the lighthouse stands. Scouting the situation. You stay there for about half an hour and nothing happens until you finally see, as the sun sets, a massive galleon at the horizon that is pretty fast for its weight is moving towards the lighthouse. It anchors about 200-300 feet from the lighthouse, and a smaller boat is lowered into the sea where 3 people stand. These 3 people, as they come closer, you see they're wearing red capes and different kinds of armor. Like, they are all armored and soldier in appearance, but they look to be, while well equipped, they don't seem to have some sort of uniform. The only common piece essentially is this red cloak. And in the front of this boat, there is a man who is wearing a fancier clothes than the other, and has cute little owl on the shoulder that is perched and looking about with inquisitive eyes. This person and this group essentially reach, which is the outcropping, and they step on the stones and start essentially tying this boat to a rock that is solid and sharp enough to be tied around the rope. And while this main character simply like looks around you, he addresses you. I see that you have no our meeting partner is not yet here, am I correct?
Yes.
Very well. We shall wait then. And the 3 others step around and look at you. You don't seem the fighting types. Curious.
Oh. We trained hard not to.
Does not matter. So,
Menacing.
I believe we shall wait, and I hope not for long.
We hope to.
You see this sort of like ice between you. It's more like you're waiting, and you see like this kind of looks continuously, and like they pass you over a couple times.
Like, in the meantime, Davna, that is all... I think I'm near the woods.
So you're near?
The woods.
Yes.
Okay. For one second, I was like,
If
I wasn't there. Where the hell were
no,
I?
if I'm correctly wearing the cabin, the
There?
wooden cabin that is just in front of the woods.
Oh, right. Like outside the cabin.
Yes.
Wasn't he like hidden in the tower
Yeah, like,
as a
where
weapon?
the
You're right.
hell am I?
Absolutely. You are hidden inside the tower, ready
Am I
inside the
an
lighthouse.
Yeah.
Like, am I in animal
I
form?
don't know if you're ready transformed.
Yes, I
Yes.
think she was a...
She was waiting
Not
for them to come onto the rocks,
Yes.
and as soon
So
as
immediately you transform.
Oh yeah, I was trying to like
So now
kind
you
of
have
weaselly
1
thing.
hour.
To use like
Yeah.
a big
Uh,
small
yeah.
kind of.
what level?
You're doing level.
Then an hour and a half your level.
Okay, so it's.
Oh, rounded down.
Yes, exactly. So 1 hour. Okay, so you have 1 hour from now. Should be plenty as things considered. So you have to wait though, and you have to wait for about 10-15 minutes in this like a bit
Awkward.
awkward situation where both parties are like huddled together in different pods.
Okay, so Davna is there, like picking her nose,
Ugh.
like throwing. I don't know how it's called, but throwing.
Like trying
and
to-
every time trying to throw it further, like doing like
It is a battle of attrition.
Yeah,
You and
Yeah.
your nose.
a challenge with herself. She's like really into it. Like
It is very.
that's amazing.
That's
Mm,
gross.
I
What about?
You are with one of the gods, if I remember correctly, which was tied down. Both of the gods. Completely sleeping.
I imagine like Cosmo there with the guards. They have here. We'll stay here.
So
Have a great time together.
after about 10-15 minutes, you finally hear a horse,
A mosquito. Oh no.
big rat,
A big
Big rat.
Fucking rat.
coming through the road, and a large carriage, large wooden carriage, comes and steps in front of the passageway that leads to the lighthouse. From this carriage, exits, descends first from the front part, looks to be a dwarf, burly and red beard, well armored, steps down and opens the back door of this carriage, and there descends a younger lady, blonde hair, white and gold dress, not hidden but like covered by a black cloak. These two people, you see them like confabulating for a second, and then confidently stride towards the lighthouse. As they both arrive at your position, the lady simply walks by. The other man stares at you for a second. Who the fuck are you?
They told us to come here. You told us.
Make a deception check.
That's nice. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
Oh.
They let everyone in this time and walks straight past and doesn't really address you any further, just walks past, and the two of them are now facing the other group as what did you say? Okay.
Like panicking for a moment because I didn't have an answer.
You see this person that has the fancier soldier looks up and sees this lady and confidently, like with a smile on his face, walks forward. Ah, lady, I was not expecting you here. This is a pleasant surprise, I would say. And
I will prepare my thumb on the thing of
on the rock.
and as soon as I hear something useful.
Okay. And you see the lady like steps forward, and I had to convince my mother to let me come. I hope you make it worth it. And you see him like taken aback for a second, like, well, we can certainly consider some, you see it's a bit, it would be rude for me to let you go without proper satisfaction, I would say. And
I don't think we want to record.
Miller seems like
and Elizabeth's like, yes, Lawrence. However, I think we have more important things to discuss now. And you see he's like, he has a second of like indecision essentially. Yes. So.
Sorry,
And he-
did you say that Lawrence is the dwarf?
No, it's the dwarf is
Fancy man with
it's
the
like
eye.
a step
Oh,
behind,
yeah.
and is like standing in a very
Okay,
proud
sorry.
and military manner, essentially, just behind
As
her.
a dwarf should be doing.
As a dwarf should, without it. And you see this person, this man, takes out from behind his cloak, essentially, and unfurls what looks to be a map, and moves closer to the you push the rod. Okay, let's time 10 minutes. You and he like unfurls a map and steps closer to this lady, and you see immediately the dwarf like perches up, and she's, oh, it's fine, it's fine. So show me. And he starts like puts his finger in a certain position, like, so we will position here, and he like has a second of, is this safe? And leaves. Yeah, you're right. And addresses you. You two patrol the entrance just in case. if anything moves, kill first and then ask.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Can I,
mhm.
like, are there bushes or anything like it around us?
Not really, because this is like rocks in the sea, so it's too salty essentially for anything to grow here. But the terrain is rough enough that you may be able to hide something.
Or maybe instead of like having hit them, like taking the rock and like placing it on the floor, I'm just gonna leave this here. I could like weasel myself and come by. I mean, it wouldn't be recorded, but at least we would know what they.
That's what you're doing. You're like.
But I'm not weaseled already. Like.
Yeah, you whistled the
I am.
moment where they arrived. You was otherwise you would be there and they were like,
Oh, I didn't think I was like I had already transformed. I thought I was just like creeping in, like in the lighthouse.
is Lawrence?
Getting ready.
Are Lawrence and the lady getting into the tower right now?
No, they seem to. They're just like standing in front of it essentially.
Okay.
Slightly to the left. They are. They are between you two and the boat essentially, and the lighthouse is just
Okay.
a few steps away. It's a small, like roundish tower that has collapsed. It's not like a building per se.
Yeah.
It is mostly like almost a natural formation. This
Okay.
point is so overgrown and.
All right. So I will like put the my spear, not the, of course, not the pointy bit, but between Kiki's feet in front of
we're
him
walking, just
to let them trip on it
Okay.
and fall on the ground.
try and fall.
I haven't seen it performance. Check with advantage because she is helping you.
Thank you.
That's good.
That is a 24.
Whoa! You trip like a master. You just absolutely like step and fold essentially on yourself in a very it's such a manner that you don't really take any damage or don't feel any pain, but just like folding yourself and tuck the rock behind one of these like big slabs of stone, and you see like the dwarf.
Shit! Sorry! Fuck!
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
No, it's. Yeah, things.
Sorry, Lionel.
Davna is there like,
Thank
that's a
you.
good trip. That's a good trip. Like, just
Oh,
validating the situation.
good
That's a good trip.
And
That's not push out a piece of paper with 10 written on it.
Exactly. Like, good one.
And you see this man, Lawrence, is like, are you sure these are capable god situation? I certainly hope so. Usually they prove their worth. That's what I'm told.
we can fight. I slipped. Sorry.
Go.
Yes.
And turns back to him.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
they start at this point, like the howling of the wind and the sea would be out of ear sight, ear
You're.
shot.
You shot.
And I have moments out of earshot, so you can't really like understand specifically what they're saying. They are huddled together and they're like talking. It doesn't feel like they're hiding anything. It's mostly like they're just talking between themselves, close to one another, so they don't need to shout or to talk particularly loudly. So you can't really understand at this point what they're saying, but you can. You are close enough, Akram, that you can hear them. And what you hear essentially is, so, as I was saying, we will position our forces here on the front gate. At that point, I will send my galley to block him. Of course, talking to the lady, galley to block the port. I scouted the docks and it doesn't seem to have any ship able to hold a candle to our Christmas saber. So at this point, Scarlet Saber, sorry.
Let's see.
At this point, you should come in, and she's like, yes. My mother actually has instructed already the captain to go in this endeavor to far drift with most of the gods, so you should not really be challenged in any way. Good. I see she got my message, alright. And how long do you believe he'll be away? Probably about 3 days at this point. You should be good if everything starts by the 1st of Falmer. So, everything according to plans, isn't it? He's like, yes. I believe everything will go. So at this point, probably no resistance. And we will be able to simply enter to the main gate, parade through, and she's like, yeah, actually, and starts pointing things on the map. Go through this way, we will clear paths and make sure that, no complications, and then go out, and you will reach the palace where no mother will wait for you. Appropriate map. Good. I believe that is about what we need. And about our payment, my mother has provided, and she will, as per contract, she will give you what you require after everything is completed, successfully. And she's like, okay, I think we are good for that. Yes. Do we have anything else? Yes, I have curiosity mostly. How about the over there? Hell somewhere. Not really. I learned at a young age not to question too much whatever my mother says and does. So, it's not my business anyway. Well, okay. As long as no complications right now, and I'm aware of that. Pretty good. I think then we have found an agreement. And we have a quoted game plan. Now, shall we proceed with our evening?
Oh, no.
They move.
Like, meanwhile, Akram is like,
And they,
weasel hands.
you see, like they have some sort of pleasant exchange, and they start moving. Glaze over. No, we'll glaze over that. But essentially, like they move towards the lighthouse and inside the lighthouse, and you see simply like the soldiers outside are just
Minding their
no,
business.
mostly yes, but not like it's so weird. Essentially, they're just talking among themselves.
I mean, that must be comfortable. A fallen building, like best place.
Does the dwarf look like he's getting cut?
It's getting.
No, you didn't say that.
I'm curious. What is like the bodyguard in love with his protectee or?
No.
Fuck! I wanted to tease him back because of all the shit he gave us
Also,
before.
like,
I'm so sorry, I'm not allowing the trope, but
I wrote, like,
Uh-huh.
prior to this, I was, like, trying to say that they were talking about, like, where the guards will be, and I wrote, talking about positions.
it's very accurate.
Well,
Which,
That's the second part.
So, they're talking about the song by Ariana Grande.
Exactly. So, the rock records a lot, and plenty, and
Well, I mean, if it's 10 minutes and they already talked for a good part of that, and that is plenty for them, I'm sorry for this girl, but that's
it records plenty, doesn't book everything.
that's just an upside.
Actually, it's the situation goes about for about 30 minutes, and you are here. You two are standing in front. You are standing underwater.
I'm just underwater.
Absolutely fine.
Moisturize
Can
it.
I try to just catch a fish on the other?
Sure. Make a survival check.
Bubbles.
Oh, right on the survival. It's over here. It's +4, so it's was it 8? Yes, 8 + 4.
Well,
Probably 12.
that's decent. You find like they're not like interesting fish. It's most like small not really worth eating kind of fish. The kind of stuff that when a fisherman actually like catches, just throws back. So you just like have these things moving in your vision. You just like try and catch one and another one, and
Am I able to catch one now?
you were able to catch one, but just like very small.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out a mug and use like my what was it?
Like everything's happening.
Control
He's like
water
just
was
chilling
it?
with
To
mug.
just keep the fishes at the mug to have it as a pet.
Oh, cute. Okay, so you have like this
Oh,
small
cute.
silver fish.
It's like is it like a sardine or something?
He has
Sorry?
a
Is it like a
with
sardine?
the mug.
A sardine?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
How do you
smaller,
say-
it's like this small silver fish.
How do you say mosquitone? Like
I know it, but I
Something
don't know it. Like I know it, but I don't remember it right now.
Okay, so
carabiner,
No,
Car-
that's
carabiner.
not what I had in
No.
mind.
Snap
Two
hook.
totally different
Snap
word.
hook.
snap hook,
Yeah, stop it.
spring clip,
No,
shackle.
whatever that is.
whatever.
Yeah, like she just carries like a snap hook with the mug. and the sardine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it over here and I'm just gonna play with my fish while I'm waiting.
Oh.
Yes. So, as this transpires, the two young people leave this building and what's left of it, and essentially like part ways.
Oh, there.
It's like they destroy.
Well,
The
they
building
destroyed
was fine, and then it was there.
No.
They destroyed my innocence.
There's not much to destroy in this situation. Apart from yeah.
their pets.
And so they do part ways, and Lawrence stands on the boat and with the other three and simply return back to their ship as the lady, which you actually would have caught, the name is Viola, Viola, Viola with a J, moved back with the dwarven fighter and essentially moved towards you and passed through you and on the cart. And as they are ready to depart, the dwarf looks back at you. I expect you to be back shortly.
We
So
will
make haste.
we'll go around the tower just to see if everything is fine. We were instructed to do so.
Persuasion.
Why are you talking so much? You just talk every time.
Just nod.
No.
I'm rolling like a fucking god tonight. 23.
Okay. Fine by me. Make haste. And simply
Snap.
Take the really bad,
Pick the rein
big
and-
rat go.
yes, on the big
I know what a horse
horse.
is.
I don't.
Holy
And-
moly. I can't lie, I was so tense the whole time. Oh.
and the carriage moves away and towards the city.
That was the hearse I point.
Silence once again returns to this place, and you are left with relative ease. Essentially, you managed to accomplish this objective. What would you like to do?
I think we have two options. Either
Let's reconvene
Yeah.
the others
Yeah.
first. And I'll go fetch the rock.
The rock? Okay. Fetch the rock. Yeah. You feel like a wave has hit it and it's a bit wet, but it shouldn't be an issue.
fetch the rock.
It's magic, it's not like
Yeah, it doesn't like break with water.
you can put it in rice anyway.
No.
So like basically just I'm the only one who has actually
Heard.
heard everything. Unfortunately.
Yes, you have like you heard the initial exchange, and but you actually heard the whole thing,
So like
all of it.
how many
You were inside the tower.
making weasel noises? like
Weasels are bullets.
Are we allowed to like listen back to what the rock has recorded, or like is it one time only?
We asked about it.
No. You
It's
can
repeatable.
repeat it as much as you like, essentially, between like
It's
10
just
minutes
it
interval.
records only
Yes,
one.
but when it starts, it's not, you have to listen to the thing that's usually.
So the whole
To
thing,
listen
we
to.
cannot stop it. We're just gonna get out of the water.
I will like.
And
Merge.
how did it go? I'm gonna put my dress back on.
These people.
Oh my god.
What?
But like I'm still in weasel form, so like basically what comes out is
What's going on? Is anybody hurt?
You would actually be losing the form pretty soon.
No, everything was fine.
You're still
actually.
using
Everything was
Pretty soon you
fine.
will.
Yes, we were able to high five.
just
Yeah, you're a great, like spinner of tales. You know.
Oh, but I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
I found a lot of cool rocks, guys. That's amazing. Like they have
Daphne
plenty.
was having the time of her life.
Yes, I was like,
Shooting boogers and collecting rocks.
that ain't the day.
That's a plan.
We didn't hear much, but I believe you did. I don't know if you did. Please tell me you did.
It was. They said so much. I don't remember specifics. I think we should listen back to it. But basically, the girl is someone's daughter, and I think she is like she never explicitly said who that was. She said my mother, and I think it's Governor McBitch.
Governor Macbeth, if you are there, listen.
Rainbow.
Rain. Where's Governor Rainbow?
Macbeth, same thing.
Okay, Governor
And-
Macbeth.
She was telling the guy that everything is already set, the guards are already like with them, and that they will get straight through the main gates and go to the palace and take care of the governor so that she can be the governor.
Oh,
It's that big.
that is really big. Did you get any specifics? Or
Big
It was on the 1st of Fulmer.
first of all,
It's set for the 1st of Fulmer, and the guards are into like this whole thing.
And I don't know if we're listening. I'll be listening back to it because maybe they could have mentioned that they're going to enter through the main gate. Sorry, I missed. And
Think
then
about a scarlet saber.
Pajola will clear. Pajola will clear.
Pajoli.
Yeah,
Jolie.
yeah. What they said.
Okay, I just have. What is the date? Because it doesn't match with what I wrote before.
Today is I think this is the 4th of Falmar, which is the month essentially
Before
before Falmar. Every season change has a week essentially.
Solstice week.
So
Basically,
we have a week. No, how
It's
No, you would have about 2 days at this point.
oh,
damn.
It's the 5th and then the 1st. It has 5 days.
You were discussing details so late about something that they have to do. Seems really professional.
Well, yes. But it's
So-
just to, I think they concorded already, but
So we just bring this information to me.
Mila, we have a problem. Like, we were seen, guards, and the dwarf guy was hoping we will get back to the headquarters. At least. And if we don't come back,
I have an idea that will leave our hands clean and solve our problems. We leave the guards here.
yeah,
We give the recording stone to Mildred and we get the hell out of Dublin.
It's not a bad idea.
it's not a bad idea.
It's really smart.
But I worry
Getting the
that,
fuck out since.
I mean,
that if they don't see us coming back, they might change plans.
yet, but by that point, that gives more time for Milred to organize something. I mean, what is the alternative here? We can't keep pretending we're guards.
I know, but I have no fucking clue what to do.
I mean, we should just go to Millerad and like give him their information and
Fuck it.
Maybe
I mean, ask him what is best, because if he says it's impossible to, you know, like get into the building and like fake like you are actually the guard again, or like if it's best just to not do anything, and even if they like get suspects about the whole situation, it will be too late. I mean, it's Miller's thing to decide.
exactly. Millerad is more of an expert than any of us, so I think we should just.
Yeah, also we can get, I mean, we can get the information and then go on with our lives, and if they change plan, they change plan, you know?
Yeah.
So if they change plan, you won't meet the.
We're talking about.
We wanted to find Ekram's parents, so we're not.
And we
really
should
up on
stay
it.
here
Yeah,
for at least.
I know, but
They said 3 days. Our appointment in 3 days, but this is in 2 days.
yeah, we.
So whatever happens could like change our plan to meet Akram's parents.
I know.
Well,
They're
we-
planning a gold. No, talking with speaking.
A good.
A coup. They're planning
Staging.
Yeah. They're not staging though. That's.
Akram, dear, you look awfully stressed out. Is everything alright?
I
I
think.
don't think anything will be alright from now on with what I've witnessed.
Whoa.
Is it for the Adidas? I saw that they're like wet.
A little dirty.
Oh no! Damn it! I hope this is water.
What is they done?
No! Sorry, this was awful.
What have they done to you, dear?
It will be absorbed in your form
I
during your
think
transformation.
about it.
That prompts a
I think I will need a priest or something. An exorcist.
Oh, Lord!
Okay, let's go back to Millerad before
Yeah.
they come back.
yeah. Definitely.
And what about the guards? Do we want to? Like,
Let's just leave them to Cosmo.
Yeah.
He will know what to do.
We have two options. Either we kill them, so they don't at least tell about how every other one of us looks, or we take our chances, which would be my preferred option, and get out of town before they can inform everyone about the fact that, you know, we're a group with an elephant, a dog woman, a flaming boy, flaming god cheetah. Yeah, you gotta turn into a cheetah eventually. A fish and well, you're the most normal looking person out of all the group. Thanks.
When you say
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're so big. I forgot you exist.
when you say it's about
and I will show you about that. But, no, okay.
when you said fish, were you talking about my new friend?
Oh, hi, Annie.
It's like a sardine. It has a really empty stare.
Oh, that's
What's
one of
it
those.
thing? Is that like a snack
that-
when you're hungry?
No, it's
Okay,
not.
Sorry, didn't want to.
Is
know.
that
Sorry, it's my pet.
that is one of those water rats?
It's like
Yeah.
It's
It's a little scaly
poking
water
in
rats.
the mud.
I mean, it's a fish.
So it's a.
Oh yeah, I know what fish is. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
You've seen it. We're gonna have to come up with a name for this little guy.
Should we?
I think something like, you know, for its color that it's kind of bluish, something like jelly, or maybe jam. Iceberry. Iceberry. I think iceberry.
Iceberry.
That is amazing.
Let's
Should
get.
we
Yeah,
get
let's
the
go.
fuck out? Oh,
So
what do we want to do about the guards?
Leave them here.
I
So
really-
tied to a tree?
Yeah.
Or-
I've known Cosmo for a long time. He will know what to do. I mean, he will not kill them. No, I've already known him. I was like, we've been together.
I thought you all came together.
So he will not kill them if that's what you don't want to happen, but he will get them out of here.
That's a good idea.
So he has his contacts.
So we're just gonna go to Mina.
Millerad.
Yeah, maybe let's try and be as quiet as possible while entering town?
Sure.
You are still dressed as
Yeah, exactly.
just as a
Yeah.
Yeah, I leave
Like-
the uniform next to the guards.
I don't.
I put it in backpack and
it has a breastplate.
oh then I
Backpackable. Like you can put the white and gold thing, but the breastplate is.
I will put the breastplate on a tree, like a bit deep in the forest, and we'll put it up, and I will drop with my
Knife.
now the Calmoncino.
Charcoal.
Yeah,
Charcoal.
charcoal.
Yeah, with the charcoal of my disguise kit, I will make a little
Cute.
face on it.
That's so cute. Wow. Peak
Well, you leave it next to the guards, correct?
irony.
Right.
Funness.
Should have been like
You leave
guard.
it next to the guards,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. And you
And I-
back your own clothes.
Yeah, and I will put the.
Sorry, if you could like not talk about what happened to other people. I'm just trying, you know.
To the awake god.
Yeah.
And she's like stares at you. Deathly stares, not like
All right. Maybe you'll be so like
So she's-
marveled and
fight.
grateful that we left you alive that you won't talk about us. Like this is the first act of kindness that anyone has ever. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
It was worth a shot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can I? Yeah. Talk about us, and we'll find you.
She's like tied and
Gagged?
silenced, gagged, in a wood, basically naked.
Oh, poor thing.
They
no,
have
you-
clothes
no,
on.
I think they had
my
clothes
shirt
on.
and somebody clothes.
In general, she's not in a very like comfortable position to.
Answer your.
Just a warning. It's. Okay. We'll find you.
Oh, I won't make you roll for that. We will see.
I just really imagine Cosmo there. Don't be so rude. I'll get them out of here. Like with the from setting their hats. I just feel he would do that.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So, you make your way towards back to the city, and in about 10-15 minutes, you're back to the main gate, the eastern gate, and enter the city. There is a couple guards posted outside. They're not the guards like what you have posed as. They are the guards of the city, the red and yellow dressed, and they simply like let you in without much questions. And you are back into a city that is in a summer night, essentially, still pretty alive. You can see most shops are closed, but people seem to be like moving around, and taverns and inns have a lot of sound and music coming from inside them. Akram, you guide the others through this like entrance, essentially, part and starting part essentially of the city from the gates.
I
And
totally know where I'm going.
totally make
Being
a
there, done
survival
that.
check for that.
Make
Make a
us.
survival check.
It's pretty high, so.
Okay.
What is survival?
Can I try?
23.
Okay, everything was an 8 would have been fine. So, sorry.
Can I keep an eye around to see
Perception check.
anyone
Will use it
is
for the moment.
looking for us, following us?
Okay.
Davna doesn't really care. She just goes
That
big shop.
is not much.
And
Got
There
bored
is a-
today, so
Yeah, speak.
plenty of
Yeah.
energy to fight. And
Not the character. 10.
10. Okay. Nice. So you will move. You move followed by the very sure guide of Akram through the city. Like you see, he has like this is the main route, but we can take this side path and be quicker. Shortcut. And you like follow, and in like 3 minutes, essentially, you are in front of the old word. As where.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job.
That was very satisfactory.
Just the stories.
So you enter, and the atmosphere inside is much more lively than it was in the afternoon, essentially, when you came last time. It is very not crowded, but it's a lot of people. And you enter with another group, essentially, that is entering that moment and takes a table to your right. And you hear shouting and people singing, and there's a couple drunkards who are not fighting, but they're mostly trying in a corner. Way too passed out to see any entertainment for anyone. And you see there are two, there's not the guy that served you the last time, there are two other people, a male and a female halfling, that are running and rushing around in the tavern, serving the various tables. What would you like to do?
I go to the guy at the bar,
The bartender.
at the bartender.
Yes.
And I say, we're here for the past problem.
He's like, yeah, I remember you. Just a second.
This time she didn't spoke.
Yes.
She did, because now it's a past problem because we
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
That is so quick. Big psychic damage. And you,
How much? No, I embrace it.
The 100.
My joke,
75.
my jokes suck. Alright, I'm dead.
That's a pity. And you just drop dead as you all are greeted by the lady, the girl, the pink-haired girl, essentially. That
You're greeted
comes
by
downstairs
pink.
and simply like waves at you from the stairs and signs you to come up. You
When there is a fire, gonna be.
you come up to the stairs and this girl is like, "You good?
I found a lot of rocks.
You
I-
fucked up?"
Not in a major way. We have the
I found
recording.
strong.
We have a recording. We've been seen.
Shit.
Two of us, at least. Two of us.
if I can let you. Who was he?
Oh, actually, all of us.
by
The guards, yeah.
None.
But the guards they're taking off.
The
They're off.
guards. Yeah. We were all.
The guards are
we
not.
left them with our big friend.
Oh yes, I see he's not here. I guess like, are you sure nobody saw you and followed you? Like,
I followed you. Followed us. No, nobody followed us.
you're sure?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you three can go.
No, that's fine. At this point, come, just be quick. And leads you upstairs and like knocks on the door. A second later, the door it's opened by like you see there's Milorad, which has the mask back on and is like tying it in the part. It's like, oh, it's you, and like who knows?
I love the pink reference. By the way. No.
Wait.
Bisogna solo bloccare. Non ha detto per un cazzo.
Tra l'altro, prima di talking about acquisitions ho scritto someone's daughter.
Someone's daughter
Someone's daughter talking
talking
about acquisitions.
Alright.
Nice.
Back a bitch.
Governor.
Dopo l'inizio di fucina di Express.
Sì, sì, ma no, era l'altro quello di carta che per qualche motivo ti e qua in giro solo per una
Dai.
Va bene, dai.
Come va con il tuo...
vai te, non perdiamo tempo.
Non mi ha scritto.
No!
L'ho scritto io l'altro
Oh
giorno
mio
per
Dio, le mie
invitarti.
ginocchia.
Fine.
Va.
E la conversazione è stata io che parlavo e lui che tipo rispondiamo alla sillabi.
We don't say anything because
We don't
we're
talk about
recording.
Bruno.
Let's talk about
We don't talk about
We don't Bruno about talk.
Oh, no, scusa, non volevo dire.
Can I?
Sì.
A tavolo studiato.
Cioè non è riuscito neanche a
Boia.
Mi sembrava un'energia che poteva match, però... Che sad.
Honey,
Good.
it's his loss.
No, non mi piace. Cioè, però... Non so se
No,
no,
sì,
bene
lo
ad
so.
evitare eventi.
Allora, poi secondo me hai fatto bene a provarci.
Sì, è in una situazione comunque con tante persone così, quindi è rilassata.
Sì,
No, ma non so se hai fatto bene come livello di sottoraggine.
allora,
Veramente chi se ne frega.
sì,
sembra
Chiara,
stata debole.
cioè,
Poi cioè, mi aspettavo che dopo quello che è successo almeno un messaggino, me lo
You know that we're recording, right?
posso essere sincera? Posso essere sincera, io non so perché alcune cose di interazioni personali sono pessima davvero, ma una cosa che trovo molto comoda è essere 100% diretti, nel senso, tu hai fatto bene ad invitarlo perché hai voglia di invitarlo. Quando vi vedete lì, se te la senti, se riesci, gli dici, senti, possiamo parlare un attimo di questa cosa perché io vorrei rivederti per X motivi o per... E se lui
È vero.
cerca di evitare, vabbè, vuol dire che non è
Lui
ancora abbastanza...
risponderà,
E sia,
Dov'è
allora...
non lo so.
Tu hai conosciuto
No, perché...
di Leo.
Sì, un amico suo video che tipo, vabbè, cioè, a me piace, poi vabbè, alla settimana fa sono successe cose.
Okay. So, she knocks on the door, and the door opens up, and you see this mirror that looks is like putting the mask on. It's like, oh, it's you, and like takes it. Oh, sorry, it was a bit not unexpected, but you know, I was.
You thought we wouldn't come back?
No, it's like I was expecting you now. That's it. It's good. It's good. It's good. You did good. We did it. And you see, like,
Let's talk
he
inside.
invites you to enter, and you see there is another person actually inside, which has themselves a mask on, and is behind the mask you see the characteristic and pointy ears of a tabaxi. It looks to be more like a tiger than a short tabaxi, like massive, and has like this meaty paws essentially, which is fixing the mask essentially behind the
His ears.
yes.
When I get inside the room, I...
You see like a bit of fur here. First up, but
Poi, oh, I'm terribly sorry.
and this will be, and we look, it's fine, they are good. They are helping us actually, and you know, long story, I'll explain later. Don't worry about him. He's you know, in the know and can be trusted. And he's like, can I trust them? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And he like takes off the mask, and you see this tabaxi. You know, all tabaxi looks the same, so it's
Hashtag pretty sober party!
Yeah.
And no, you see this like tabaxi which has this like orangish fur and like the puffy cheeks, typical of this like breed of cat essentially.
How do I take Iceberry and keep it close to me?
That's right. I'm gonna hide it from you, like, Raspberry.
I am terribly mortified in announcing that we have the recording and we recorded it. Yeah, because we've all been seen, and in particular, two of us, me and Kikilev, we've been... Isn't that a full name? No.
Like how she keeps going.
Been seen by what I think was like the personal bodyguard of one of the two people.
Let's make it
This is long to unpack. Let's start from the beginning, please.
first of the meaty stuff. There will be a coup in town.
Like
Let's play the
today.
recording.
Yeah.
Let's play the recording and then discuss it.
They
He's
are
like, sit. And there are not enough chairs, but sorry.
Can we play the recording?
You
Just
can play the record.
Okay, can we like play the
It's the
recording
box.
and I just imagine the last 5 minutes, you know, like
Let's wait. And like,
Can you not like turn this down?
Like find it and use it. Well,
and he's like,
And use it for what?
please the
Take a
record
while
this.
again.
And you hear this like
magic wand.
record essentially voice, and it's interesting because it's like having a surround thing, because essentially like different sounds come from different directions, even though it's all from the same item. And essentially you hear back the conversation, and then you have like the 3 minutes of like wet sounds. And it's just like, what is this?
They decided to have fun.
Wet sounds and like weasels sounding.
Wait, what? That's a terrible time to try and like
Get laid.
no have,
Yeah.
have a baby. I mean that's
You
Oh,
don't need to have a baby.
well,
That's
anyway,
something
to unpack another day.
I'll approach the situation later.
Yeah.
This is
big.
concerning. Like, I was expecting something of this.
Yeah, I mean, how can someone be so loud?
Concerning.
I
can-
have a bit different overview on this
Read the room.
situation, but fine, I would say. So, well, fuck.
They did.
He like turns to Elanis, the pink-haired lady, and is like, what do we do?
Like, I thought you had at least some kind of plan.
I have my ideas, but she has a fine mind, and I like to consult her.
Were you expecting this?
No, of course not. Like,
Okay.
I was expecting something, but you know, I expected something a bit more on the black market side of things. A bit.
Yeah, this is very
Easier,
different.
you know.
This is
Yeah, it's very different.
This is very different.
So, let's make a bit of order, and at least comes up with yes. So, situation as far as I see it, as I understand, but you were there, so maybe we have a big issue. We have a missing governor apparently, which is not sick. He just held somewhere, which is
yeah.
interesting. And where? They didn't say, I assume.
No,
Like,
they did not.
well, we didn't hear about it. Akram was the only one actually heard all of it because we were
It's okay.
other problem
Yes.
for later. Well,
For later. Let's tackle
this is bigger.
This is bigger. That's concerning, but that's a relief. So, the situation as I see it is that, like, let's we have a missing governor. We also have some sort of power grab going on, and that's fucking concerning. We don't have guards right now. Like, I understand now. The captain was sent away, and now it makes sense. But somebody could get the captain. How about that? If you or somebody else manages to catch this captain with the guards and force them to, march back to the city.
Force them.
Well, force.
Suggest
Explain the
them.
situation. You can use the rock if necessary.
Can I
I don't
just
know if I want to use the rock.
just ask for a confirmation?
Yes.
As far as you know, is Viola the daughter of Governor Raymore? Are you aware of any?
Yes, I am aware she has a daughter, and I assume that's correct. I
We have
don't
two
really
names.
know her.
We have two names, Viola and Lawrence.
Lawrence.
You also read about the Scarlet Saber?
Yes, I assume he's the
And Dave
captain
Boxy heard something
of the Scarlet Saber.
Scarlet Saber.
Yeah, redcoats, an owl.
Red coats and Scarlet Saber. The name doesn't tell me much, but I've heard of a mercenary group called the
Figure?
no Crimson Brand.
Crimson Brand.
Yes, they were involved in some bloody things in the past. I don't know much about them besides the fact that they are
Brand.
pretty professional. and pretty expensive as well. So
Well, he's fooling around with the governor's sister. And daughter,
Yeah, you
so-
heard.
yeah, well, that's good for him, I guess. The situation stands that if the Crimson Brand attacks the city and there is nobody to defend it, well, guess what?
The fact. Well, your fact.
Your
What
part.
you actually
Well,
want.
yeah, well, about
Well, yes,
his
your
parents.
Oh,
Oh, your parents. What about them?
Yeah, about
My mom and dad.
What about them?
We're
They
looking.
are my parents.
yeah, Mildred knows about that.
Yeah, that's a long story, don't worry. Yeah, okay, so you're fucked.
I just cannot find them. I went to their house and they weren't there. So.
Oh, well. So, yeah, I will tell you.
Okay, so we have to fetch the captain.
we could fetch the cat. It's honestly kind of good skipping town for a couple of days.
Yes, I was actually thinking the same. If you
Because-
skip that, if you have been seen and you get
Well-
the fuck out, that's definitely a good thing for everyone.
Yeah,
The thing is,
Where's the captain?
two here. Well, maybe it wasn't the best plan, but it's the best plan we came up with on the spot. So we knocked out two of the guards that were there, and me and our lovely Snow here posed as them.
Sorry.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry. It's so bad. That's really unnecessary, I'm sorry.
And well, when Viola and her
Viola.
Viola, sorry,
Viola.
and
I believe it's read for Yola, but yeah.
No, I think you're not right.
Viola.
It's Vajola. I think he called her.
That's
If,
how-
if we
that's
talk
how
about
Lawrence-
her, calling her Viola, nobody will know we're talking
Oh,
about.
that's true.
interesting.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how Lawrence called her in the recording, so I don't know.
and
So
we-
they post these guards, basically.
yeah, and the personal guard of Ivory Cross.
Yeah, Ivory Cross.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Yeah.
But where? Like, what about them now?
Oh well, they're
They're with Cosmo.
yeah,
They're in the woods.
they're with our
Oh,
yeah, our big guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
We can still kill them if we want.
Well, or not.
It's not really my course of action usually, but this is Milorad. It's not really my course of action usually, but I think that's the only way.
Well, it's not the only way.
Oh yeah, I
Is
agree.
it?
I
You're comfortable doing so. Go for
No,
it.
no, not at all. I talked. I had a heart-to-heart with one of the guards, and I believe that she was moved by by me sparing her, and that she will eventually come back to help us in the situation of need.
Deception check.
I wholeheartedly
Make a
believe that.
persuasion check. And persuasion check against yourself.
You're such an empath.
Me and them.
That's not natural, but it's a one.
Okay. He's like, we are fucked, aren't we?
well, we've been seen. Well,
You've been seen, and you have two guards of the Ivory Cross.
You don't believe in
Elves.
Cosmos enough.
I don't believe in anything at this point.
Well, Milorad is from Agrigento.
Okay. Now I have a
Yourself.
question. Do you think that this coup may impact Akron's parents' whereabouts?
Yeah.
Like if we just, this sounds like a problem, okay? But what if we just left you with this problem and kind of pursued what we were pursuing in the beginning?
No, I'm absolutely fine with that. You have your own agenda. What I believe is that I have moved my network, but I will need some time to have a response. It's still to know. It's been like 5 hours, so
For me, we can go to the captain, but we need to find this captain. I really need to do something. I got so bored
well,
today.
as far as I remember, the captain was one who handed the parents, was it not?
the captain. Yeah, I guess so. They were caught by the governor. No, like
There
I
wasn't
guess
someone
guards.
specific.
Sorry?
There wasn't someone specific. At least
I
we
guess
didn't
guards
know.
did.
Rosie told you actually that the captain did that. So
Sorry.
it's
The captain?
the captain got the pirates in the first place. So
Okay.
question mark. Like the point is,
Thank you. Sorry.
just point of order. So I believe you could get two birds with one stone. I think, right? You send back one guards, and you get your information firsthand. Hoping it'd be enough. If it's not, you can come back and can still help you, of course.
The thing is, well, we hope everything will go fine. We've been seen, so they might know that someone is on it.
Well, yes, I get the sense that you probably understand that something is going on. I believe they already knew that in some capacity, but the fact that they probably understand they've been infiltrated, that's another story.
Well, that might mine their own citizens, actually. If they
It's a
can't
possibility.
trust.
We could at least get some time. That is a possibility.
Good.
But I wouldn't rely on it, if at all possible.
Yeah, they might change plans. I don't
They
know.
might also change plans, but if next time understanding such plans would be much different, much more difficult. It's not your problem, understand, sorry.
Well,
Pretty
we're
sure
kind
about
of
it, also.
new at this. This was my first time doing anything like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, me too, but it's
Cutie.
Hey, Dana, if you're so experienced, next time you could like provide help in planning.
Provide eyeball planning. Those two guys went down thanks to me.
Okay, let's just be chill. Friends don't fight.
And I had like the right ideas, both things.
which you would
Right
know
whole
having
thing.
plenty of friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's true.
At least
That's
at least 4 or 5.
annoying, enraged.
Yeah, I'm busy.
So, yeah, you did good.
Don't cut me. Don't patronize me.
Sorry, Dana, I wasn't trying to criticize you. It was honest request.
That's
Worse.
the worst.
All right.
Well, we can go fetch the captain.
I think the quicker we are, the better it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also might want to skip town for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I would definitely suggest that.
Just not be around.
In general.
Captain
Yeah.
Older, how is it called?
Open.
Olben.
Yes.
Olben.
He is
Oh yeah.
a piece of man.
Piece of man. What does that mean?
Interesting personality. And
Around 3/4.
sorry.
A piece of man around 3/4. Sorry, go ahead.
We've crossed paths before, so you could just say the last venture. He helped you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we have to
Like-
convince him about this.
Friendly, but we've crossed. So,
And you know where we can find it?
well, the recording said that he was going towards Fardrift. The road is, unless they left the road, they should be on the path.
Could you maybe give us like a written someone to verify our story, something to
I can give you the story.
We have the rock.
yeah, sure, but who is sending us with this
Ah,
rock?
it's not
Who are these
necessary,
people
but
we're
yeah.
talking?
I don't think it would be necessary.
We can just
You
say
just-
that it's the past rock.
No, not at
Well,
all.
it's the future problem now, but
It's not about that. The point is that Captain Urban just needs to know
about it.
about the situation and that he has been sent away for very specific reasons.
Yeah, but how? I mean, it could be anyone in the recording. We could have created a situation to trick him why should he believe these 5 random people who come up with a little rock which has voices in it?
Just give us a note.
And sex sounds.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I am not a fan of leaving written things.
You could give us your mask.
Kind of need that. Make a persuasion check. Also, I don't think you've ever seen.
9.
I don't believe this says much to him. Also, once again, I'm not really the personality to be doing this. If you wish, you could, but this will be tomorrow in the morning. Go and present the case to Desert Chambers. They would have the all the interest to believe you on the situation and also to provide all that's required, essentially. But that would require you to wait until the morning, which is not that complicated if you think about it, since, you don't really want to be traveling by night.
Well,
But at the same time,
but at the same time,
they will know that we tricked them.
they will be expecting us to back at the barracks, I guess.
We can, to have best possible chances, travel by night to search for Captain Owen, and if that's a dud and doesn't believe us, we come back and we try to bring this case to the Azure
Or
Chamber.
maybe they could try to take the case to the Azure Chambers, and we could like.
I have a complex relationship with Chambers,
Well, maybe not you,
but
but
this could
someone
be actually an interesting occasion
to mend.
mend. What? Why not? Yes.
We're giving you a lot, but yeah.
Sorry?
No, nothing.
I would say to just go, right?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
We're like losing time.
I have a question. Do you still need like our stuff that we gave you? I feel like trust has been established.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Since it's 17.
17.
Yeah.
I believe trust has been established. You can have these things. Yes.
I can't.
And like opens up the wooden box and takes out your
Thank you.
notebook and the things that you all gave as part of this contract.
I'll
Like
take
my
the.
surname.
Do you want this Cosmo one? I don't know
I'll
what
take
it is.
Cosmo is
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
I always wanted to do that.
you never know.
Nobody.
Also, I believe
It's a
I can provide you horses for your travel, or a carriage if that's what you want.
We like this.
I
Horses are faster.
But a carriage is like a box with horses.
Oh my god, that's a
Yeah,
fair
I-
point.
I would say horses, they're quicker and we will just have to get in and out.
I
You never
Can
get me what I want.
ride.
You can ride with
can't
me.
ride.
I just know how to stand on one, not to
How?
ride
It's
one.
the same. It's the same. It's the same. You can just
Is
ride while standing if that's easier for you.
Or you can run. If you're quick
Could
enough.
we feasibly?
As much as I believe in my physical capabilities,
I guess we'll just get a carriage. Come on.
Okay.
or I could
We
ride
can go on a
with
carriage.
someone.
I said that they can ride with me.
That-
Yeah.
well, I'm fine with that.
Sorry, I hate carriages. They're so slow. They're so slow. I hate being far from home. All right. Sorry.
Pat therapy.
I believe I can have you.
1, 2,
I can give you about 4 horses. If that's
Four
okay.
is
So 2
what
of you
we
will have to.
yeah.
Yes.
Because we're still
And
with the guards.
You
so-
can keep the horses as part of our agreement.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds
We
good.
can keep the horses.
Yes.
We can.
That's a new friend.
It will be
What
my
is?
way of thanking you for your service.
Along with the information about
Well, yes, if that's necessary, of course.
about Our experience.
You are asking the
Well,
person.
we are going to, but if,
Yes, of course. Anything comes up, I'll let you know.
thanks.
I have my ways of contacting you actually, so it shouldn't be too difficult even if you are not.
You have ways of contacting us?
Exactly.
Have you ever heard of a thing called message?
No, what is
No.
that?
No.
That is a written note that
Yeah,
you give to
exactly.
someone. That's
Yes.
message.
Oh wait,
Otherwise, you can do it magically, which
Oh.
helps.
yeah, I've heard of like, I think it's like a really basic spell called message that
It is a
can.
basic spell, and there is a more complex
Oh,
one.
I didn't know that.
Basic
There is
spell.
actually, if you need to send
She could do way better.
information.
Can you do it?
That spell? No, I never learned it, but I'm surprised that there is an advanced version that's really interesting. I can't wait to learn it.
You will. So,
That can be useful.
I think it is time for you to go.
And can we get back to you, or is like one way?
No, if I contact you, you can get back to me. Also, I was thinking about the fact that you could get back to me personally, and I think that's actually not very wise.
No.
I believe our ways part here, and we will maybe meet if the situation comes to a happy ending. You good?
Goodbye, Milord.
Sorry?
Goodbye.
That's
I thought you said good boy.
No, goodbye.
Good boy, Milrad.
Goodbye, Milord. You did great, honey.
Like
Thank you.
having Milrad and Davna, like good boy.
well.
Okay, so
Here you go. Where?
Bye bye.
safe travel and good luck.
Good riddance.
Okay, where do we find the horse?
It's
He
been
told
nice.
you- he would have told you if you go like close to the gate where you entered, essentially there is stables. Just ask for horses there and name them, and say the name of Milorad, and it will work out.
Okay.
Okay.
Akram,
Yeah.
to the horses.
To the horses.
And okay, so you trace back this essentially the same steps you've made to reach the inn, and as parting gift, essentially you are given some rations and something.
Some
to eat
rations.
and
Some rations.
Here you go.
This is
Right.
Alexei. This is blood. Go ahead.
Eat along the road, and
Maybe the food is the friends who made love.
and you are let outside.
Can I clock anything?
Make another perception check.
Can I pull off this one?
Make another perception check. Or
Can I just do nothing and go straight to the
You
horse?
can.
Nothing.
Can I
You-
speak Russian also? Like, is it for Druidic? May I speak Russian?
if you wish. So, you two scout like rather sonar like the whole surroundings with your X-ray vision, and you are absolutely certain that nobody is following you.
Besides that really big man in a black coat. That is.
He's just buying groceries.
Goodbye.
And you make your way, tracing back your steps towards the main gate, and just far to the left there is a pretty like sizable stables, which has about 12 to 15 horses inside, which is very like extensive, and you get a sense that like most of them are kept for their owners, while another part of it is essentially like rent horses. And you go to the stable master and ask for horses, citing Milorad as you have been instructed, and he like smiles at you and provides you with 4 horses. They are like the kind of horses we use for carriages. They're not like the war horse of legends, but they will provide a faster mean of movement that especially will allow you to ride through the night without getting excessively tired and exhausted.
What color is mine?
What color is yours?
As Kiki gets behind me and holds to me, I will say, you know, there is a bigger speech where I come from. There are these weird creatures that are like part arachnid and part ape, and they can hold very tight to something. So when we want to tell people to get ready for a rough ride, we say, "Hold tight, spider monkey." So we're hold tight, spider monkey.
I was thinking about going ape shit. I was like figuring when.
Can I try to get on the horse like
Yes.
spectacularly, like jumping? and-
Make an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
No way!
Because
You're
are-
acrobatic. Why acrobatic? I mean, I'm not
Because you're
like
literally
kind of
asking to do it in an acrobatic way.
So,
Otherwise, you could have just got on the horse.
15.
Disadvantage.
True.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, 15.
50. Not bad. You actually like have a moment when you want to vault on the horse and you realize you're a bit too short, so you just like you're mid jump and you just like step on one of the railings, the wooden railings of the stables, and manage just vault on top and land on the horse, which has a moment of like as you jump on in such a energetic way, but otherwise actually does seem to be well trained and does not.
Donna's so cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
I could do better.
She's a queen.
You didn't hear it.
I just thought it. Okay, so you have 4 horses. How are you,
I named mine Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle.
Kyle the white horse.
Kyle. So majestic.
Okay,
This is
Akram, do you know how to get to? I don't remember the name.
Do you know how to run?
That's Fardrift.
Obviously.
Okay.
Like,
I
Are
don't.
we?
It will be fine.
Hardrift.
Need a map.
Fabric is just under essentially since
It's
landing,
under
but it's you have to essentially get around a large mountain that is right
I
behind.
know how
it.
to
So
get to Fardrift.
You do?
Yeah, I've done this trail before, so we basically have to go just south. I've been there a bunch of
Okay,
times.
if you want, you can like go on front
Yeah.
and lead us.
Lead us.
Lead
Lida
us.
and Kyle.
Sure.
Kyle.
Follow the white
Let's go,
horse.
Kyle.
I will climb back onto.
Okay, maybe because you're two on the same horse, better for you to be in the middle. Because if anything happens, it doesn't happen. But if it happens, maybe
Just in
you're
case it
not
happens.
you're in disadvantage.
That's a good idea.
oh, dang, so I'm in the
Okay.
back. I'm
If-
in the back.
I can be in the back. It's no problem.
I'm a stupid horse. I'm not gonna be in the back.
Okay, I'll be in the
You
back.
could also be a
You could
horse.
turn into a horse.
But
You could
Call
turn
it
into a horse.
tourist.
Riding a horse.
For an hour, but yes.
you could be a horse riding a horse.
You
Is that what you
turn
said?
into
Yeah.
a horse.
Sorry.
Turn into a horse because my horse is stupid. I called him Chad because he looked at himself. It
We have
like
Kyle.
he admires his reflection in every reflecting surface he can find.
It was Cal's best friend, but we gotta leave him behind.
He has like this flowing
Don't give horse.
hair.
So like we have one horse with nobody on, and we have two horses with nobody on,
Massive jaw.
and one with
No,
Perfectly
we're leaving
installed.
behind.
Oh, wait, I can do something. I knew this. Well, I could stand with one leg on one horse, the other leg on the other, and I could drive. I know how to do that. I don't know how to
Seems
like
so unpractical.
ride
I
one
don't want to
so
normally.
you want to ride Akram.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
So, at this point, I would say you wouldn't have to recover Cosmo's away because otherwise he is left in
In the
the
boot.
wood waiting for hours.
Okay, we take the horse. I don't know if the horse could carry you, actually.
Yes, of course.
Good. Okay. The horse there.
He would have to ride alone probably, but
We can leave him the horse. I mean,
Yeah,
Akram doesn't use it.
it can be a
We can leave your Chad. I think Chad is
just
a.
a point of
So Cosmo,
he can turn into a horse for an hour.
You sure you want to leave your horse here?
No, we are not leaving
No,
the
like-
horse here.
No, I know, but is he sure that he doesn't want to never use a horse?
Well,
Is
maybe
it practical?
he can just hop on mine if it's necessary. You can just start by being a horse.
Why do we want to like exhaust our animals like that? It doesn't make any sense. But we're just
Oh, we
Well,
You are
give
not
us-
thing.
Well, we need one horse for Snow and Kiki, one horse for Cosmo, one horse for you, and one horse for me. And then Akram can just turn into a horse and then eventually jump on one of our horses.
I mean,
I think it's impractical and unuseful,
We could
but
ask
that's what
one
you
more
want.
But they didn't
Yeah.
provide us with more horses.
we could ask.
They only gave us 4.
for horses.
Can we have another horse?
I believe me that I told you. Or
It's just
We forgot one member of the party.
Oh, God.
Before
persuasion check.
what?
Persuasion check.
Also, like it's 4 horses, and yeah, like there's five of us plus 1. So like, why would he give
like
us?
Have some.
Like, why would he give us
You
five,
can
like 4 horses?
Two on the same horse, you know that.
Well, one is a Loxodon, so
Yeah, like that's
bit
not
impractical. 19.
Well, I have
A pony for the lobster.
he goes in the back
For
and
you.
he comes up with a pretty scrawny horse. She's a mare.
Ooh, that's my horse.
Pretty scrawny mare. And like
Scrawny.
No.
you can see the
Poor thing.
she's not really well probably, but she's like well, she's pretty old. But
We're not gonna use her. We're gonna take her as a pet. Like,
We are gonna use her.
we're gonna use her.
if you wish you can take her.
Well,
Okay,
it's better than nothing.
okay, but is she? Could she like carry not the Luxodon, but one of us? Like if we're not along.
I believe you.
He's really thin.
She will be able to carry one of you. She's probably not. She's probably gonna slow you down a little bit, but you know, if you're still faster than walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can
That's
keep
what I
her
do.
to Akram maybe when we need her.
Yeah.
And we give Chad
To
to
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Yeah.
Chad is the right one. They will get on the same like
Wait,
mental weight.
Okay.
Kind of thinking.
Mildly
Let's go.
concerning, but okay. So
Let's go then.
I think I will have to notify him in out of this. But yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I hands the reins of this mare, and she's like
Animals. Goodbye.
Don't
Go.
kill.
Bye.
looks at you and sniff you a bit.
Like burnt chicken nugget.
Yeah.
I love it.
I still love myself. Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love
Okay,
myself.
so you want your horses. How are you set?
I think either in front,
Yeah. Kyle.
Snow and Kiki.
I'm like,
Okay. Then we have Akram and me in the back.
Okay.
And I'll take also like the
The
Chad,
reins of Chad.
the red Chad's reins.
And so what is gonna be your path?
So, can I have a map?
You can ask for
No.
somewhere.
in the middle of the
Straight
night.
outside.
Okay, so I'm just gonna smoothly go to like an info point somewhere. And
Roll for
just
info
gonna be
point.
like, yeah, that's just, I'm just,
Hi.
I know
You got
exactly
like
where
a
I'm going.
choice
Just,
map.
just, hello. Do you have a map for me?
So first of all,
At the grocery store.
It's like midnight.
yes, it is midnight. So your best bet would probably be an inn.
Okay.
Or they might
So
have
no info points inside. I think that's fine.
not this time probably. Make a perception check.
I will help her.
I will
Where
not.
did I know the general layout of the map?
Wouldn't it have
Not
No,
today.
the general
Thank you.
layout right now, but know like essentially where Fardrift is compared to Saints Landing, and that there is a road you can try.
Okay, but I don't know,
So
like,
you don't know specifically the road, but you could probably orient yourself.
okay.
We got
19.
yeah.
19. So a 19 for info point, correct? So you walk a bit through the late evening roads of Saint Landing, and you reach a big plaza in the center of the city where Akram is. You're not leading at this point, but you're mostly like, yeah, there is my old school, and that ice cream is amazing, that kind of stuff. And you arrive in what you would know is the big market square. And you can see that some stalls are still open and doing business. Mostly food stalls that are providing some sort of snack, essentially, to passerbys. And part of it, like most stores, most stalls are boxed and closed, but some of them you can like browse around and you find what looks to be the stall of a cartographer. It is closing. It's not closed, but you see the person is like,
Just gonna jump off the horse and be like, wait.
yes, it's an old,
It's
old
old.
man. Yes.
I need a map
Well, that is
right now.
ace. Need a map of
Well, I just need a map of like Saints Landing and like up to Fair Drift, basically. Far Drift, basically.
so you need a map of like southern Wildring, correct?
Yes.
Let's see. And like
Exactly.
turns back and opens up a cabinet, and you can see there are lots of maps wrapped inside, and opens up.
Can I will maybe I will start casting as a ritual spell detect magic. I will take 11 minutes and I will see if I can get it done before the next map.
This is a race against time. He is like opening one map after the other while you cast detect magic.
I'm like placing little stones on the ground.
It's something inscribing stuff in the stone. Okay, so roll a percentage for a die, just for fun.
Right, that's 32.
32. So, you see that this person is slow. Like, looks like this stall is so like over stacked with maps and parchments that it is very difficult to find whatever he is looking for. So you actually have time to complete your spell before the time he actually ends his search, essentially, which whatever result. So you detect magic in a range of
30 feet.
30 feet. Around you, you actually spot a couple of people around you have personal items on that emanate magic essence. The maps themselves do not emanate any magic essence.
Alright.
They do not essentially you don't perceive anything magical coming from the stall specifically, but from other stalls, sometimes yes. Specifically, like you can see from the stall right behind you, the lock is magical in some way. Another stall has some. Would you understand what that is as well?
What kind of the school of magic?
The school of
School,
magic,
yeah.
more general. So you would get some upgradation,
Alright.
but it's something inside one of the stalls,
Alright.
and it's just very faint. It's not very strong. But
No, I was just checking.
the
it.
map itself does not.
Right.
But he comes with and finally like takes up the last map of the bunch and opens up. No. But I may have one of wider wild if you're interested. And he turns back to the cabinet and starts working.
You
This
should
time is much faster.
really organize that stuff.
I know. I should. I have a lot of maps, so,
I
have one
can see that.
Western, I think.
I will start to cast
And-
fire. I will start casting fireball.
And he comes up with extremely mangy parchment and like shows it to you, and you see like he's struggling to open the arms fully, but it is, and looks for the tab.
It's fine. It's fine. Just give it to him.
Wait,
Just
I am searching the price, and then he like turns it and turns it back and opens up a booklet and starts reading line by line.
I'm just.
He's
Is
no.
no. You.
It is 76 gold pieces.
It's
7.
It's what?
76
76
gold.
gold pieces. Sorry,
Mister.
You're giving us the wrong map of the wrong place of the wrong
You
time.
wanted, you wanted Saints Landing and Fardrift, and here are Saints Landing and Fardrift.
How much?
Can I? Can we go? Can we cut just this one? Since I go.
No,
How much would that be?
no, either.
Okay, listen.
You know how much time it takes to copy this.
You know how much time it takes for us to wait for you to find the fucking map?
Thank you. No. Yes. Okay. No. Listen. I'm a nice lady. I think we should commit our first robbery.
Kiki looks at you. Looks at the man. Looks at you.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Takes the cups and runs.
Of the horse.
No, runs.
This is for the young master.
Make a adventure.
Okay, I think like I can give you 5 gold people. Gold people.
I'm just gonna say, if I can, try to like give him a slight tap with the cane to confuse him before Kiki tries
Actually,
to.
like she is actually keeping him occupied.
All right.
with it. And he's like, and
What?
like you feel he doesn't even have the time to make any resistance.
Okay, I'll give
Feel
him
horribly.
the 5 gold pieces. I'll give it to him and some rocks.
And it starts to like moves to get out of the stall, and then like
I'm gonna jump on Kyle and sprint away.
he like moves out of the stall and then looks back at the stall itself and like shit. And you see the
No, I'm almost.
I'll pay you back. Probably not.
Listen, guys, I'm lawful good, but even this.
and like you will scatter essentially, and you see this guys and goes back to the store. Takes the gold and the rocks. Sadly closes.
Beautiful rocks. I always choose them. Okay, they're amazing rocks. And 5 gold pieces.
Are you
I'll
there
accept
trying to
it.
convince him? Are
I'd
you
be
there
back to
trying
pay him
convince him?
eventually.
Or did you go away?
No, I couldn't convince him even if I wanted to. I mean, I don't have any kind of persuasion.
So
No, I couldn't even intimidate him. I'm
Let's
just
run away.
absolutely unuseful in this kind of situation.
Good.
so what are you?
Okay, now that we have the map, how many trails are there to get to Fardrift?
From the map, I will provide it next time. You find actually are 2 main trails essentially. One that goes closer to the mountains and one that passes through closer to the coastline essentially. There's a bit of like a wooded area between the 2 roads. You like just from the map you get a sense that one of them is clearly faster, probably less safe essentially,
Which is
passing through the woods and
woods.
close to the mountain, while the other one that is like perfectly open ground on the
What?
shoreline is much safer and also much nicer.
when I came here first, I definitely used the coastline.
Most
trail.
people use the coastline.
Yeah.
actually, I'd say that. Know that.
So I don't. Do you want to go faster, or do you want to
Faster we are.
enjoy the city? Okay.
The faster we are, the better.
Okay, so we're gonna go through.
So you. Okay. As you move, you see there are some guards that are moving around the city now, like with a bit of fury, essentially. And you get the sense that probably you have alerted someone. And but there is enough people around that you feel confident it's very improbable that you get like identified immediately. So it allows you to get out. Now you are probably gonna be safe. But give me a stealth check generally, just to see if you catch attention, like riding through the city.
What was it?
16.
15.
14.
13. 9.
6.
Cosmo is still outside, right?
Yes.
In the room,
Probably.
enjoying
Although-
the
That
time.
would be very recognized. But you all are do not catch enough attention that you actually fear that you might be stopped and arrested, essentially. So unrecognized, you manage to move away from the market and into the more suburban area of the city, and from there to the outer wall and the gates. And you exit for the second time today. You exit the city, you leave the city, and find yourself on the grassy path that leads to Farclift. Would you like to stop somewhere and pick up Cosmo, or would you go directly?
Well,
We should at least leave him chat.
yeah, maybe we can. Technical question: if we go and pick up Cosmo, like, is the end of the session inside? Because if it is, we'll pick up Cosmo and this boy next week.
You leave the city and through the gate for once again, and move towards the woods where you had left Cosmo with the two guards. Cosmo with the two guards. And when you arrive, you for a second struggle to find him. Like, you struggle to notice anyone actually in the precise spot that you remembered. And you were at today's session.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, no.
I want to like to sort of. This is our goal.
Nice. Cool. Yes, we will see what transpires the next session. So I'm very
Cosmo,
Or
excited.
where the fuck are you?
A nice game of Marco Polo, like Marco Polo.
Yes.
Always
So,
works.
thank you everyone for staying with us today.
Thank you.
Have a nice one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I hate you.